Hi guys, I'm Dr. Hans and this is Dr. Hans Brewery, my channel about beer and home brewing. Today we're doing something a little bit differently. I have been slaving in the garden all day. I also have been brewing, so making another grain to glass video. I have been slaving with the hops. I have released that episode already. It's gonna put some links down below to both that video and last year's playlist of the hops growing in my garden. So I have harvested some hop shoots today. And what I thought was that I was gonna cook it. And I usually don't do much cooking videos here on the channel, but maybe we could start squeeze in one or another barbecue cooking video as well. But this is beer related because this is about hops. And if you are growing hops, you should prune your hops. In the last video I gave you 4 reasons why you should prune your hops, and yeah, so go and check that out. Maybe we can mention it again in this video. Also got a beer today from Introvert brewing. It's the Altbier. It's an Altbier. Also have the recipe on the beer, but I got some feedbacks along the way building up this channel that I drag out the subject, so I thought we're going to do this all the other way around. So this is about cooking the hops. So let's cook the hops, enjoy the beer, and in the end of the video I will also run through Johan's recipe. This beer has been sitting for quite a while, so sorry about that, Johan, but I finally got around to taste this. We're going to go pairing of the hops and also talk about different ways how you can cook hops and pair it with the beer, and yeah, go through the recipe. And also we can go through the 4 reasons why you should prune your hops. If you are new to this channel, I do brewing videos, beer reviews like this one, and now a cooking video. I do DIY videos, experimental brewing videos, where I try to debunk the brewing myths and old habits of brewing, and yeah, usually learn stuff or just do stupid things. Also visit some events and more. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider becoming a subscriber and do hit that little bell so you get notifications when I post a video like this one. Let's get this beer into a glass. Okay, so nice hiss there. This has been standing in, just watching if it's a gusher, because it has been standing for quite a while. It's very carbonated, so maybe it has continued to ferment, but it ain't gushing. Nice smoke there on opening. Want to have a look at Johan's label. Nice label. Introvert brewing. The recipe for this also goes up on my Patreon page in the beer mail section. Okay, let's get this one into a glass. So extremely carbonated, but this has been sitting for quite a while in my beer fridge. So sorry about that. Hope it is fine. I also have the brewing notes from the brewer Johan himself. I think, no, there were some drags there, okay? I'm gonna say that I think it's bottled from the keg, but it's maybe not. Johan, if you're watching, comment down below. Okay, good looking beer, quite dark to be a Altbier, but yeah, nice looking beer. Can't really see through it. So of course it will have lost some aroma, but to me an Altbier is more about the malt and then the hops really. So cheers. Still a nice beer. We're fruity, maybe a little more estery than I would expect, but nice. Don't really get the caramel notes that I usually find in Altbier, but really nice beer, Johan. But this video is about cooking hops, and sorry for this burner, if you can call it that, the stove. I just use this for making starters really. So I had a lot of boilovers. I realize now that I need a frying pan because we're gonna fry the hops. There are different ways to cook the hop shoots. You could solder them, just blanch them in quick in water. You could, and it also depends on how fresh they are. Not fresh, but how young they are, maybe is the better word. I just cut this off and use like the asparagus method and broke off the parts I wanted. So you could do that. You could also pickle them, maybe do like 50-50 beer and vinegar. Use what vinegar you want really. Maybe white wine vinegar or an apple cider vinegar, something like that. You could use like a sour beer maybe, or just a normal beer really. You could add some spices to that if you want, maybe some peppercorns or garlic clove or whatever you want really. Or I would also like to try to ferment them. You just boil up some water with some salt in it and cool that down and just stick them in there and ferment them. That would be awesome. But today I was thinking, of course, we could try them raw. You could also grill them on the grill. That would be very nice, or in a grill pan. I'm just gonna fry them today with some olive oil and salt and pepper. But let's try one raw. Very nice. It doesn't taste like hops, doesn't taste any bitters, something like that. Like a pea shoot. Nice. Why didn't I do this last year? Last year I didn't prune the hops. This year I did. You're supposed to do that. Okay, so let me go and get a frying pan. Cooking with the doctor, how awesome, isn't that? Cheers. If anyone else wants to send me beer mail, you will find my contact information down below in the description box. In the description you also find some links. Gonna try to link to Introvert Brewing, who brew the beer, and to the other hops playlist and videos, and there's my t-shirt store and the Dr. Hans influencer store over at Amazon, where you can find all the stuff I use for beer and brewing and filming. I clamped into that, so it should be easy accessible for you. If you have any questions, send me a mail. You'll find contact information down below. And of course, there's also my Patreon page for you guys who want to help out and support the channel and really dig into all of my recipe books. I made this big Dr. Hans recipe book where you find all my brewing recipes and the beer made recipe. So this recipe is already up on the Patreon page. And speaking of Patreon, roll the Patreon list. Let's add some olive oil in here. It's getting hot. First smoke. When you get the first smoke of the olive oil, time to start cooking. Really, really hot. There was some water on this because I've rinsed them very, very well. Some of the pieces has been underground, so please do rinse them well. They got this beautiful green color now, some of them. And these are the bull wines, looking great. Gonna add some more olive oil and touch of salt. Look how lovely. Okay, so we're done. I'm gonna kill the heat. Let's have a clean plate, sorry. Let's plate them. Let's drizzle that olive oil over it. Some fresh grounded black pepper. So, there you have it. Fried hop shoots. Okay, let's try them out. It could be hot, but I have Johan's Altbier here. Really nice beer, Johan, and it really, as it warms up, I do get more like caramel notes on it. Really held up nicely. Sorry for the long wait. Cheers. This is so good. Awesome. What a treat. The olive oil, of course, and the salt and the pepper really makes the hops shine. It's very much like you can do the same thing with asparagus, and it's very much like that. This was a little bit tough. It was a long one. That's a bit tough. Gonna throw that down the rusty canyon, I call it. If Rusty comes here one day, I'm gonna throw him down the canyon. No, sorry, just kidding. It's a long story. Okay, some more hops. Like I said, it's almost like an asparagus, really. That's the most near thing I can think of. You should really grow hops just for this. I don't know how many times you really could like harvest these from the hops. Could you do that? If anyone knows, please comment down below. Have you tried hop shoots? Also, please comment down below. Share your experience. If you're growing hops and haven't tried this, do give this a try. This was really, really awesome. I don't know if this will make your pee smell funny, like asparagus. No, why should it? Okay. Clean plate. Can I be excused, Mom? Really, really nice. Pumped. Want to hear the 4 reasons why you should prune your hops? Number 1, you could eat them. They're awesome. Number 2, get a healthier plant. Some, like pesticides, can really cramp down there and survive in the winter in the root and come up with the hop shoots and attack them. You want to clip them off. The first bines, the difference between like a grape vine and a hop vine is a vine is clinging to something, but it's like a boa constrictor. Yeah, a grape vine has the little claws, something like that. If I'm not correct, please correct me down below. But yeah, I'm fairly sure. And the first bines that come up are called bull bines, and they are supposed to spread the plant, really, and they are not really the bines you want to let go, to let grow, because they won't give you as much harvest. I'm gonna come to that in a minute. And they're much more fragile because the bull bines are hollow, and the other more green and purple and the more green vines you get later on are not, so they're much more sturdy. There's also the fact that on the bines, I'm realizing now that I don't know the name of the bines that you really want, but the bull bines, they are the nodes. The nodes are I ate all the hops. The nodes are where the leaves start to form. Yeah, that's the nodes on a plant. The nodes are much longer apart on a bull vine than the bind you want to have. So the first thing the hop do is to like shoot up the bull bines and then start to shoot up some other bines, and it really takes off and grows very, very tall. And then from the nodes they start to make side shoots, and on these side shoots on the side shoots, they're the places where the hop cones are growing. So if the nodes are closer to each other, that means that there will be more side shoots and there will be more hops, greater harvest. It was just a bird. So here's my forest. In my forest I have mooses, I have wild boars, I have deers, and from them I need to like protect, not so much myself, but my hops and other things I try to grow in my garden. I have some other critters as well, but there's not my firmest and most enemies, like the mooses, the boars and the deers. Let's have a look at Johan's recipe. Altbier, he uses his own water just like me, that's awesome. So it's a 15-liter batch. Okay, and I'm gonna go through this recipe in metric, but I'm gonna give you the percentage as well for you Imperial guys. And percentage is always the best way to share a recipe, because then the brewer can just add in his efficiency and calculate his recipe from that. So he used 2.1 kilos of Pilsner malt, that's 64%. 800 grams of Munich type 1, that's 24.4. 200 grams of Melanoidin malt, that's 6.1%. 100 grams of Cara Amber, 3.0%. And 80 grams of chocolate wheat, 2.4%. Okay, so that's the grain bill. So maybe take down the chocolate wheat and take up the Cara Amber maybe a bit. Hops wise, he used 15 grams of Saaz hops, 3.75%. Alpha acid at 60 minutes, and according to Beersmith that should contribute to 9.5 IBUs. He used 30 grams at 50 minutes Saaz, same, and that also like 9.5 IBUs according to Beersmith. And also at 50 minutes he used 10 grams of Summit. That's a 17% alpha acid hops, so that should give you 14.2 IBUs according to Beersmith. He used some Protafloc and yeast nutrient, and these were fermented on an old yeast cake, Kölsch yeast. The Dieter Imperial yeast, OG 1050, FG 1013. So there's the recipe. But as I said, the recipe also goes up on my Patreon page in the beer mail section in the Introvert brewing folder. So if you are new to this channel and want to learn more about beer and how to become a better brewer along with me while I learn, consider becoming a subscriber. As I said, I do beer reviews like this one, a lot of brewing videos and experimental videos, DIYs videos and more. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider becoming a subscriber and do hit that little bell to get notification when I post out a video like this one. There's my t-shirt stores to check out. We'll put a link down below for that, and of course my Amazon influencer store if you're interested in anything I use or recommend for beer brewing and filming. And of course my Patreon page if you want to help out and support the channel. So guys, cheers and thank you so much for watching. Dr. Hans out.